Ladies and gentlemen, this video, we're going to be going over so many newly leaked information when it comes to Call of Duty Mobile. And I haven't made a leaks video in such a long time, primarily because I wanted to make somewhat more entertaining types of videos rather than informative. But with just all of this information dropping onto us here, I'm going to go and make a video regarding everything here. We're going to be talking about Battle Royale, multiplayer, as well as zombies, just so much stuff that you guys don't want to go and miss out on. So if you guys do enjoy this video, be sure to go and smack a like on it, as well as if you guys are new around here, be sure to go and subscribe for future Call of Duty Mobile videos. And as always, I just want to give a huge shout out to the person who actually went and leaked all this information here, which is MurderBlast on Twitter. If you guys want to go and check him out, I'll actually provide a link to his Twitter down below in the description of this video. He's been very reliable when it comes to these leaks actually coming true. And I will say this, because for the most part, I'm expecting a lot of this stuff to actually come in Season 3 here. But there are going to be those situations in which the developers are going to go and delay certain content within the game. So whether or not this stuff is going to be coming in Season 3 or sometime later, just expect what I'm about to say here will be in the game sometime very soon. So we might as well begin with two dates here, and those dates are January 17th and then January 20th. Now, I know a lot of people might be thinking to themselves, oh, isn't that when we can go and expect Season 3? And you would be correct. So when it comes to the overall content update, very similar to like what we had back in Season 2, there was a huge content drop that was separate from when the Battle Pass came to us, and then that whole rank reset as well. So on January 17th, that is when we can go and expect the whole big Season 3 update. And when it comes to the file size, it's going to be very similar to the previous update, which is going to be 1.65 gigs. So yeah, be sure to go and clear up a lot of storage on your phone just to go and make sure that you can have up to 1.65 gigabytes available for this new update. I know when it comes to a lot of the newer phones out there, you probably have a lot more storage than compared to something like an iPhone 6 or below. But then when we talk about the January 20th date, that is when we can go and expect the Season 3 Battle Pass, as well as all of the rank resetting. So whether or not that's ranked for BR or ranked for multiplayer, January 20th is when that whole thing is going to be implemented. So we might as well begin with some new additions that we can go and expect being implemented within this new update for Season 3. So one of those things are when it comes to Season 3 ranked multiplayer, we can go and expect some new modes, because I know for such a long time, people have been wanting to go and have a game mode like TDM removed. They want to go and have game modes like Hardpoint or even Capture the Flag when that is eventually going to be a game mode. They want to go and see stuff like that within the ranked mode, and it would appear that that's eventually going to be the case. We don't have anything affirmative just yet on what we could go and expect when it comes to the ranked mode, but there are indeed going to be new modes that will definitely spice up the ranked mode experience. So now we might as well go and talk about actual in-game content that we can go and expect with Season 3 here. And when I went and saw this tweet for the very first time, I was freaking out because I feel like this would be so cool. But apparently within the text files for COD Mobile, there are going to be sports cars coming to the Battle Royale, because MurderBlast's tweet went exactly like this. He said, want sports car in Battle Royale like Blackout? Text files for sports car has been there since Season 1, waiting for the devs to go and implement it. And it's not only a sports car that we can go and expect coming to Season 3 here with the Battle Royale, we can also go and expect a truck as well as a motorcycle, which, dude, the motorcycle and the sports car, I hope both of those vehicles can just travel so fast. And don't get me wrong, the ATV is somewhat of a decent vehicle if you want to just travel to places a lot faster, but I feel like a motorcycle as well as a sports car would just be so awesome. And just for continuing on with more in-game content that we can go and expect, this is where we're going to be starting off with multiplayer, and things are about to get really exciting. So when it comes to new weapons that we can go and expect in Season 3, it is going to be, first off, the MP5, secondly, the MP7, thirdly, the G36C, which is by far my favorite gun in the Call of Duty franchise. I'm talking from Call of Duty Finest Hour up until COD Modern Warfare here. My favorite gun is the G36C. But continuing on, the Vector, and then finally the K K10. I don't know if the K10 is a shotgun. I want to say it is, but I could be wrong with that. But dude, nevertheless, that is so exciting. 5 new guns that we can go and expect coming to this game very soon. And I'm assuming it's not only just going to be these guns, but plenty of other weapons as well. And kind of going back to the video that I made a couple days ago, I hope these weapons aren't only exclusive to crates. You know, I'm hoping that when it comes to the MP5, the G36C, the MP7, that they go and make all these weapons available for everyone, and they just don't only have it exclusive to these crates that people are going to be spending upwards up to $100+ on. Please, COD Mobile, just make it available for everyone. But just for continuing on, this is also where things get a little bit more interesting as well as exciting. But we can go and expect a new level reset. And Murder Blast says that may be expected up to 200 levels. So I don't know if it's a full reset. Like, let's say you're all the way at 150 right now. I don't think you're going to be reset all the way back to 0. But instead, there's going to be 50 extra levels added into this game. So that's going to be exciting just for some extra grinding that you can go and do in the game. But then he adds on further by saying that they're going to be adding a prestige system with gold and a diamond camo. And I know people have been wanting to go and have like a gold and diamond camo, especially kind of correlating with the whole prestiging system, because I know for previous COD games, you were able to go and grind a weapon to a certain point where you would be able to go and unlock camos like the gold and diamond camo, and I'm kind of hoping that's kind of a similar situation like what we have going on now with these camos. Continuing on with more in-game content, we can go and expect dynamic weather changes to the Battle Royale map, which I find to be really interesting, because when it came to that new Dawn variation of the isolated map, that was only there for a couple days, and they just randomly just took it away. I don't really know why they did it, but now it would kind of make sense. Like, I'm assuming maybe when it comes to Season 3 Battle Royale, we can go and expect maybe at the beginning of the game for the map to be all bright and vibrant, but then maybe towards the end of the match, when there's only 10 people left, we can expect it to be in a very Dawn-like setting, like what we saw a couple days ago. Or it could even go in the direction of having snow on the map, which I feel like would be really awesome, kind of going and fitting this whole winter theme kind of going on, and maybe just make the whole map itself just filled with snow, or you can go and add in like a raining element, just all these different variations that I feel like they could do with the Battle Royale when it comes to these dynamic weather changes, and it should be very interesting. Now, don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, I know that there's been one mode that I've been kind of neglecting so far in this video, but yes, there are going to be some huge zombie changes coming here for Season 3. So we might as well begin by going and talking about the primary thing here, which is a transit map. This came from Murder Blast himself, saying that we can go and expect the transit map, and within it, Pack-a-Punch and so many other glorious things. Now, don't get me wrong, I do believe in what he's saying in that we can go and expect transit, but I think it's not going to be like the transit that we know and love, because if you guys didn't know this already, transit has been regarded as being the biggest zombies map of all time. And even though they're not technically wrong, because if you go and include all the cornfields, like I don't know how many of you guys actually played transit back on Black Ops 2, but there's a whole big cornfield aspect to it. There's all this fog that you can go and run around in. So I don't know if they would be able to go and pull transit off. Like, don't get me wrong, they were able to go and pull off a 100-man Battle Royale. But with that said, I feel like we're going to be seeing just 3 separate maps, but in the whole transit universe. I believe that we're going to be getting a separate map that's only just going to be the farm map. I feel like we're going to be getting the town map just by itself, and then I feel like we're going to be getting the diner map on itself, because all those maps were maps that were leaked all the way back in Season 1, and I could see them going and implementing that when they go and talk about there being a transit map. Now, I will say this, I might be wrong. That part of all these leaks was just me and my own personal opinion, but we are supposed to be seeing a transit map. And within Season 3 as well, when it comes to the zombie bosses, we can go and expect the Butcher the Cerberus, which is that big Cerberus dog in the Battle Royale, and then the Butcher, but with a Cerberus on its shoulder, which is really awesome. And his description said that they will spit fire, and it's a highly overpowered zombie. So it's just going to be a zombie boss very similar to like a napalm zombie or a Brutus, or this could even be like a specialty zombie as well, like what we saw in Shino Numa, in which there was a Scorpion and then that tree boss. And he went further on to say that you can select your own zombie boss, but that might not be an option that will be fully implemented in the game. So for continuing on, they are planning on adding in the recon car or the RCXD sometime soon in season 3 here. There isn't a date just yet. I know the Dragonfire or the drone should be coming out, I believe, on January 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But with the whole RCXD, it should be a lot of fun, man. It's definitely going to be a score streak that I've really fell in love with when it comes to the COD franchise. I remember back on Black Ops 1, I would just use it as a complete trolling score streak, so it should be a lot of fun, and it'll be interesting to see how the whole RCXD dynamic will be, but in a COD mobile format. So for continuing on, Hardpoint is supposed to be a permanent game mode rather than a limited time game mode, which is just so exciting to go in here. Hardpoint is by far my favorite game mode in the multiplayer, so by going and hearing that it's going to be a permanent game mode, that just gets me so excited. It's the only mode that I feel like a dude can truly drop 100 plus kills on, so that's going to be exciting. Going on to the next section here, there's going to be a nuclear apocalypse theme. So I don't know when Murder Blast says that, if he means that the whole theme, like for example, back in Christmas, there was a Christmas theme. When it was Halloween time, there was like a Halloween theme. So I don't know, come season 3, if there's going to be kind of like a broken down background, just nuclear apocalypse type of feel to it. If so, if that's kind of what he's insinuating by that, I feel like that would be a pretty awesome background. I know the background isn't really anything too significant, but yeah, man, it'll be definitely interesting to go and hear what even the music theme will be like if the setting is supposed to be of like a nuclear apocalypse. For continuing on, there's going to be a total of 3 new maps that we can go and expect, which is going to be Meltdown, Tunisia, and then Oasis. Tunisia was actually a map that they had all the way back in the beta, but then they removed it once season 1 began. So it's going to be interesting to see if there's going to be any additions to Tunisia, but then Meltdown and Oasis, that should be a lot of fun. I'm forgetting if Oasis is already a map in the COD franchise because it does sound very familiar, but I know Meltdown for a 100% fact that it was a Black Ops 2 map, and it was a really good S&D map, so having Meltdown return, that should be a lot of fun. For continuing on, there's supposed to be a 20v20 mode, which just, dude, that's gonna be so crazy. I don't know how the game will be able to go and support such just massive gunfights. Like, there's gonna be 5v5s going on within this whole 20v20 game mode. I don't know if it's gonna be like an addition to domination or if it's just gonna be straight up kill based, but nevertheless, a 20v20 game mode, that should just be so much fun. And there's only gonna be 2 final things left. So there's gonna be a new Battle Royale map, and allegedly the new map's name is gonna be Chernobyl. I know that there was an image that was going around that was a leaked image of what the main menu screen is, but I don't really want to go and pop that up on screen because it's not 100% confirmed. But for having a new Battle Royale map, it should be a lot of fun. Like, if you guys didn't know so already, I'm a huge fan of Battle Royale, so whether or not they're planning on adding Isolated and then Chernobyl as being like 2 separate maps, or if they're planning on getting rid of the Isolated map completely and just only having Chernobyl. And then finally, he said that the Season 3 Battle Pass will go and contain David Mason, as well as character suit equipping. Don't get me wrong, David Mason, that should be a lot of fun, but character suit equipping should also be a lot of fun. I'm assuming when he goes and says that you will be able to go and change the suit design or like the torso design of certain characters. I'm assuming there's going to be new store items that's going to go and reflect that as well. So Season 3, just based off all these leaks, sounds really exciting. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to go and conclude today's video. Thank you guys oh so very much for tuning in and watching. If you guys are excited about Season 3 and what we can go and expect, be sure to go and smack a like on this video, as well as if you are new around here, be sure to go and subscribe for future COD Mobile videos. But with that said, my name is Parker. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful and fabulous day. I certainly am. And I guess I'll talk to you guys within the next video.